I'm Abby Klebanoff, branch manager of the Fumo Family Library. For the past few years, the library hosts a rockin' Halloween house. And the amazing thing is that the entire event is created by two super uber library assistants, Christina LaFauci and Joseph Torres. On October 26th, more than 300 community members gathered at the library to enjoy games, spooky times, and some fun tricks. You want to host your own? Joseph Torres tells you how.
Welcome to the Fumo Family Haunted Swamp and Garden. Almost since last year's haunted house, which we did at Carnival, was over, we had come up with the concept of doing a garden theme, partly kind of based off of some of the stuff you might have seen in Harry Potter with like Miss Sprout's garden and just creepy plants. So that kind of evolved into this whole theme of doing like a bayou with a swamp and then having it go into a garden. Okay, so to create the effect of fog that crawled along the ground, I had to make what is called a fog chiller. Otherwise, the fog machine would just dispense it into the air and create a thick mist. But to make it go across the ground, you have to create a chiller. So I took a cheapo styrofoam cooler. As you can see, I cut holes. This is actually where the fog machine would be plugged in. The fog would pump into here, and this is what is called an expansion chamber. This would give it time for the fog to build up. Here on the mesh, it was packed with ice, which would actually actively cool the fog down. It would sink down below and come out the front here and just kind of pour out in a fun, creepy, ground-crawling fog. Every year, we typically amass more and more props that we can just use in our future projects. We also get a lot kind of trees are shredded plastic bags that we get from people when they bring in their books. That tree back there was a refrigerator box that we saw somebody unloading outside the library a few months prior. They were taking it off a truck and I ran out and said, "Hey, are you going to use that box? Do you need that box?" And the gentleman said no, and I carried in this 7-foot refrigerator box that we wound up cutting up and using for the tree. Other things you'll see, we had these vases that we sprayed the inside with like glass frosting and just put some tea candles in. We have a roll of craft paper that mysteriously apparated here that we used for virtually everything, from the alligator to the vines, to the tree. That is our children's librarian, Mr. John. That was a mummer's prop that was lent to us from Saturnalian, I believe. This was a do-it-yourself project found on Pinterest, where it's Christmas tree lights under plastic bottles covered in spray insulant or spray foam, the kind that hardens. Once you shine the light through, it looks like burning embers. Showtime. Saran wrap packing tape to make those mushrooms. Here we have our carnivorous plant puppet. I'm very proud of this considering it's made out of cardboard, craft paper, felt, and fake leaves and masking tape. I pretty much put that together in, I want to say like 6 hours. We have these creepy skeleton flowers that I'm very proud of. They are just simply dollar store skeletons that were donated to us. I chopped them up, hot glued them back together with some artificial flowers that were brought to us by a generous patron, and we have our creepy, lovely skull blossoms. Here we have what are going to be some spooky candles for the inside of the haunted house, and they're just nothing more than recycled paper towel rolls painted and then drizzled with hot glue to look like melting wax. Here is what one would look like when it is finished. Spooky. Yeah, vine bowl.
Beware of the garden and what lies within.
Our coup de grace, the projected ghost illusion. This was downloaded off the internet from Atmosphere Effects. And projector was hidden off to the side, but it was just kind of a happy accident that it perfectly lined up with the edges of the frame of that backdrop. So we really kind of brought home the creep factor for that.